On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what one, a blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. In the morning, yeah, is Saturday. You don't know, some of the ones them out there traversing the church. So happy Sabbath to those who traversing the church. Now, please remember On The Spot News Media, it's loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones them out there traversing the streets, please remember it's the weekend, so be extra careful, be extra vigilant whilst you're traversing the streets from Moran Point to the Grill Point. And as always, my peeps, safe travel, pan the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner here, because the old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So in the morning, my peeps, we are going to give you a full breakdown of what transpired in court yesterday as it relates to charges being laid against Leoda Bradshaw, the main culprit, the criminal mastermind in the kidnapping, and also that resulted in the loss of life of Tashana Pattison and their 10-month-old child, Soraya Palwell. But before we get into that complete breakdown, I first want to offer my most sincere condolences to the bereaved families of 27-year-old Tashana Pattison and their 10-month-old child, Soraya Palwell. Really a heartbreaking type of situation. And trust me, I'm pretty sure it has brought many Jamaicans far and wide to tears because of the wicked act of taking the life of a 10-month-old child and her mother out of sheer petty jealousy. Now, the 10-month-old child, Soraya Palwell, and her mother, presently on your screen, were allegedly kidnapped and taken out in a hail of bullets on Saturday, September 9th of this year. It is said that the bodies were burned the same day. That disclosure was made by the Crown in the Home Circuit Court yesterday, which is Friday. Soraya, for those who have been hearing the story for the first time, which I'm pretty sure everybody probably heard it by now, is the daughter of the MP for Eastern Kingston and Port Royal, that is Philip Palwell. The woman suspected of masterminding this wicked and brutal act is this old Krasmite here, presently on your screen, identified as Leoda Bradshaw, who also shares a child with the MP Philip Palwell. Now, Leoda Bradshaw has been indicted on 8 charges to include kidnapping and capital murder. So I could get down into the meat of the matter. Leoda Bradshaw arrived in court wearing 2 masks. One covered her mouth and nose, and one covered her forehead, leaving just her eyes out. But after sitting in the dock in the courtroom, she removed both masks, revealing her face. She wore a flare dress and slippers. She sat and listened attentively as the prosecutor outlined the allegations against her and her cousin, Roland Balfour. Now, this is Roland Balfour presently on your screen, who is said to be the cousin of Leoda Bradshaw. Now, Leoda Bradshaw allegedly reached out to the deceased, that is Miss Pattison, on Facebook on September 5th, where she told her that she was the wife of Philip Palwell. After this, she reportedly learned about the existence of the 10-month-old child, baby Soraya. The Crown alleges that Leoda Bradshaw advised Miss Tashana Pattison that a DNA test should be done to determine the paternity of her child. After this brief exchange, Miss Tashana Pattison reportedly blocked Leoda Bradshaw on Facebook. The Crown also alleges that Leoda Bradshaw, who is a U.S. resident, traveled to Jamaica on September 6 for the sole purpose of taking the life of Miss Tashana Pattison and baby Soraya Palwell. So a plan was allegedly put into place with Roland Balfour, who is the cousin of Leoda Bradshaw, and two other men. Now, one of the men presently on your screen is this man, Richard Brown, and the other man has since been identified as this man, Roshane Miller. And the plan was to kidnap the mother and daughter. So for the execution of the plan, they were reportedly paid 100,000 Jamaican dollars initially. The remainder of funds, which is $400,000, was to be paid after the completion of the plan. Now, during the night of September 6, the men allegedly went and scoped out the area where Miss Pattison and her child resides. On the day of the kidnapping, Miss Bradshaw presumably made several telephone calls and conversed with Miss Pattison in a view to lure her away. Now, according to the Crown, they have evidentiary material which shows Miss Pattison and baby Soraya exiting their home and entering an SUV that was parked at the gate. They allegedly remained in the vehicle for about 15 minutes. Miss Pattison and her daughter never exited the vehicle. They were reportedly taken to the hills above Rallington town, where they were conned up, brutally so, and their bodies burned. The police were subsequently led to the presumed crime scene, where the burnt remains were discovered. Dried bones and blood were also found in the vicinity. As the Crown laid out the accusations yesterday, Bradshaw sat in the dock in utter shock. She wore a distraught look on her face. When leaving the court building, she darted back inside upon seeing television cameras perched outside, awaiting her exit. She was coaxed to walk outside. She then left the building, walking briskly with her two masks on her face. Only her eyes of distress and despair could have been seen. Yeah, man. Now, as it relates to her co-accused persons, Richard Brown, presently on your screen, and Rolando Balfour were workers at a printery near the Kingston College School off North Street. Now, as it relates to this person, Richard Brown, he went to prison a few years back for a gun-related crime. So this brother here definitely is a known old dirty kind of boy who the ones and ones them out there and the regular members of Chan Public would have thought had rehabilitated. But sometimes, as I've always stated in the past, my peeps, sometimes a leopard cannot change its spots. Yeah, man. And sometimes these criminal elements are too far gone. They cannot be saved because some are just hell-bent in creating havoc in our society. And sad to say, the only way to deal with some of these criminal elements is to deal with them in like manner. Yeah, man, slap them away quick and fast. No apologies for that. Now we eagerly await to see what will unfold as they will be returning to court on the 1st of December 2023. And I hope that Your Honor throws the full force of the law at them in the most harshest way possible. At some point in time, my peeps, we must set an example of these persons so that anyone else with any intention of committing similar acts of atrocities will cease and desist from doing so. But anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.